Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the Persol PO0202 sunglasses. Now, I reviewed the square version of these in a previous video, which is the 0203, and I really did like those. This pair has more pilot-shaped lenses, where that pair has more squared-off lenses. But first off, I gotta thank today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, our website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop the sunglasses on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 57mm lenses and then a 13mm bridge. This is the standard and only lens size that these frames are produced in, so they're not made in a larger or a small lens size. You're going to be stuck here with the 57mm lens size, which is going to be a good standard fit for the average person, that is for sure. Now, as far as the exact colorway goes that I have in today's video, these have their black acetate frames with green crystal all glass lenses. They're also going to block 100% of UVA and UVB rays, as would be expected with a pair of high quality pair of sunglasses, of course. Now, what's really interesting about this pair of sunglasses is it is a collaboration between the Senna Netflix series. So for those of you who are not familiar, Senna was a legendary race car driver who sadly and tragically passed away on the track because of an accident. And these pairs of sunglasses are based off an archival style pair of sunglasses that he wore all the way back in, I believe, the 1980s. So for the Netflix series, these frames were reimagined by Persol. That way the actor who was playing Senna would have a pair of sunglasses that look very similar to what he actually wore. Now, as far as the styling of this pair of sunglasses goes, I really do like the styling. Like I said, they do have very pilot-shaped lenses to them, both an acetate frame, which I always am a fan of, and they also add an acetate sweat bar here up at the top, which of course is acetate and metal. That's how it is attached to the frames. Now, if we take a look here at the top right corner of the lens, we can see an etched Persol logo there for authentication purposes. Then of course we can also see the two arrows, which are Persol Supreme arrows there for authentication purposes. And if we move down the outside temples, we can see the two barrels here in the Persol Moflecto stem system. For those of you who are unfamiliar, the Moflecto stem system is going to allow a pair of sunglasses to bend out and give a custom fit to the face, basically right out of the box, so having to do too much adjusting, which is really, really nice and very, very comfortable. Makes the sunglasses fit like a glove right out of the box. Now, of course, there is a metal stem that runs through the frames, so you can actually have the acetate heated up and adjusted, and that metal stem is going to help hold that adjustment there as well. Now, as far as the weight goes, this pair of sunglasses comes in at 40 grams, so a very heavy pair of sunglasses, and they are extremely, extremely top heavy as well, with these pretty big all glass lenses, and the sweat bar and the frames are much thicker here at the front as well, and the temples are relatively skinny, so definitely a very heavy pair of sunglasses, and not well balanced at all either. As you can see, just really, really, really heavy. So if you wear this pair of sunglasses for long periods of time, you're definitely going to feel some discomfort. But personally, I can wear these for around 4 hours before I feel too much discomfort. But if you want to wear these for a really long road trip or something like that, I would definitely choose another style to wear for extended periods of time. Now, as far as this top bridge that I mentioned earlier goes, it's going to be there mostly for style purposes. It actually doesn't push the frames that much off the face here. So here we can see it barely pushes the frames off the face, and my eyebrows are bushy enough that it goes through that little gap and then still does make a little bit of a smudge here on the actual lenses, which is a little bit disappointing that they didn't push it forward a little bit more to help with the coverage from the sun, to help the sweat bar actually be more practical rather than there for mostly styling purposes. Now, as far as the hinges go, these sunglasses have very nice and premium 5-barrel all-metal hinges, which feel fantastic when opening up and when closing them. Just very, very nice and substantial, and they're very strong, and they're also attached to that metal stem that runs all the way down, so it's going to add a lot of rigidity to them as well. Now, if we take a look here at the inner right temple of the frames, we can see it says Persol, handmade in Italy, Senna brands. Then here in the inner left temple of the frame, we can see that color code and model information. Now, if we take a look here at the back of the frame, we can see a metallic Persol logo and then Senna logo there in the outside ear rest of the frame there for authentication purposes as well. And that is a really nice and pretty subtle touch because we weren't really going to see it behind the ear there. Now, as far as coverage from the sun goes, these frames are going to offer okay coverage from the sun. So here up top, we can see there's a pretty big gap to let sunlight in unprotected, actually. And then here on side, again, a pretty big gap to let sunlight in unprotected. So overall, not the most practical pair of sunglasses. And another downside of this particular pair of frames is the fact that this is a non-polarized pair of lenses that I have in today's video. And because of that, they don't have a nice anti-reflective material. Persol cheaps out on their non-polarized lenses and doesn't offer good anti-reflective materials on most of their sunglasses, which is definitely disappointing because I personally do prefer non-polarized lenses most of the time when I'm wearing a pair of sunglasses. Another complaint that I have with these is the metal on the brow bar is a gold material and the Supreme arrows are a silver material. So you have silver and gold, and personally I always do think that silver and gold contrasts in a poor way. I don't really like the look of silver and gold coming together, and here it definitely does kind of interrupt the style. Personally, I think it would look way better if the Supreme arrows were gold to match the gold brow bar, but it'd also look really good if the brow bar was a silver metallic color as well to kind of match. Otherwise, because the way it is right now, it definitely does look a little bit odd in my opinion. As far as pricing goes, these are going to be pretty expensive, coming in at $481, but we do have these available on our website for a substantial discount off the original MSRP, so make sure to check out shadereviewstore.com if you're interested in current pricing and availability of this particular pair of frames. And I'm also going to leave a link in the description down below directly to Persol's website where they have every single colorway available if you guys want to check that out as well. But that's all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below, and of course make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.